The Enigmatic Elizabeth, 10 Scandalous and Shocking Facts about Queen Elizabeth I. Queen Elizabeth I, the Virgin Queen, ruled England from 1558 to 1603, shaping the Elizabethan age into an era of prosperity and cultural flourishing. However, beneath the surface of her legendary reign lie secrets, scandals, and rumors that continue to captivate historians and the public alike. From controversial relationships to shocking conspiracies, here are 10 of the most scandalous and intriguing facts about Queen Elizabeth I. Number 1. The Mystery of the Virgin Queen. Elizabeth I's decision to remain unmarried shaped her legacy as the Virgin Queen, a title intertwined with her political identity. Her refusal to marry was unprecedented for a monarch, sparking endless speculation about her personal life. Among her most infamous relationships was her close bond with Robert Dudley, Earl of Leicester. The pair were inseparable, with Dudley serving as her master of the horse and residing near her at court. In 1560, scandal erupted when Dudley's wife, Amy Robsart, was found dead at the foot of a staircase under mysterious circumstances. Coroners ruled it an accident, but rumors of murder abounded, implicating Dudley and casting a shadow on Elizabeth's reputation. Despite persistent rumors, Elizabeth never married Dudley or anyone else, famously stating, "I will have but one mistress here, and no master." Her political acumen transformed her singleness into a symbol of dedication to her kingdom, ensuring her independence and consolidating her authority. Number 2. The Mysterious Death of Sir Thomas Seymour. Elizabeth's adolescence was marked by the scandalous behavior of Sir Thomas Seymour, her guardian after the death of her father, King Henry VIII. Seymour, the husband of Catherine Parr, Henry VIII's widow, made inappropriate advances toward the young princess. Kat Ashley, Elizabeth's governess, revealed in later interrogations, he would come many mornings into her chamber before she were ready, sometimes in his nightgown. These actions alarmed Catherine Parr, who once caught Seymour embracing Elizabeth. To avoid further impropriety, Elizabeth was sent away from court. In 1549, Seymour was executed for treason after plotting to marry Elizabeth to consolidate power. The scandal left Elizabeth's reputation bruised, forcing her to deny any romantic entanglement. This formative experience shaped her cautious approach to relationships and her determination to avoid dependence on men, a hallmark of her reign. Number 3. The Bisley Boy Legend. Was Elizabeth I secretly a man? One of the strangest conspiracy theories about Elizabeth I is the Bisley Boy legend, which claims the real Elizabeth died in childhood and was replaced by a boy to maintain the Tudor dynasty. The story suggests that while staying in Bisley, Gloucestershire, young Elizabeth fell ill and died. Her caretakers, fearing King Henry VIII's wrath, allegedly substituted her with a local boy of similar age and appearance. Proponents cite her refusal to marry, her reportedly masculine features, and her statement, "I have the heart and stomach of a king," as evidence. Other theories mention her lifelong discomfort with medical examinations and her insistence on privacy, even in death, as suspicious. Despite its allure, historians universally dismiss the story as baseless, emphasizing Elizabeth's intellectual prowess, detailed correspondence, and strong leadership as distinctly her own. Number 4. The Tower Conspiracy. Did she plot against her sister? In 1554, Elizabeth was accused of conspiring in the Wyatt Rebellion, a Protestant uprising against her Catholic half-sister, Queen Mary I. Arrested and sent to the Tower of London, Elizabeth faced intense scrutiny. Letters implicating her were produced, but Elizabeth steadfastly denied any involvement. She famously declared, "I am utterly guiltless," in a written plea to Mary. Her imprisonment lasted 2 months, during which she feared for her life, as Mary was known for ruthlessly eliminating threats. Elizabeth's composed demeanor and lack of definitive evidence likely saved her. Released under house arrest, she used this period to refine her political skills, recognizing the importance of public perception and calculated alliances. Number 5. The Essex Affair, a love-turned-rebellion. Elizabeth's relationship with Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex, was one of deep complexity. Essex, 30 years her junior, was a dashing and ambitious courtier. Elizabeth adored his charm and intellect, showering him with privileges, including command of military campaigns. However, Essex's arrogance and failure in Ireland during the 9 Years' War strained their bond. In 1601, Essex led a rebellion against Elizabeth, claiming she was poorly advised. His capture and execution devastated the Queen, who hesitated before signing his death warrant. She was reportedly inconsolable afterward, stating, "I am more to be pitied than he." Historians speculate that Essex's betrayal marked one of Elizabeth's deepest personal losses, demonstrating her commitment to duty over personal affection. Number 6. The Spanish Armada and Secret Alliances. The Spanish Armada's defeat in 1588 was a defining moment of Elizabeth's reign, but it came with hidden controversies. To finance her defenses, Elizabeth authorized privateers like Sir Francis Drake to raid Spanish ships. These operations, considered piracy by Spain, enriched England's treasury and weakened its rival. Drake's most notable haul came in 1587, when he plundered Cadiz, capturing vast stores of Spanish supplies. While celebrated as a tactical genius, Elizabeth's reliance on piracy drew criticism from contemporaries and remains a debated aspect of her rule. Nonetheless, her naval strategies, combined with fortuitous weather, ensured England's victory against Spain, solidifying her reputation as a formidable monarch. Number 7. The execution of Mary, Queen of Scots. Mary, Queen of Scots, posed a constant threat to Elizabeth's reign as a Catholic claimant to the English throne. Imprisoned for 19 years, Mary was implicated in the Babington Plot, a plan to assassinate Elizabeth and restore Catholic rule. In 1587, Elizabeth reluctantly signed Mary's death warrant, a decision she later claimed was against my will. The execution outraged Catholic Europe, prompting King Philip II of Spain to launch the Armada the following year. Mary's death also weighed heavily on Elizabeth personally, as executing an anointed monarch was seen as a violation of divine order. Nevertheless, it eliminated a critical threat to Elizabeth's Protestant rule. Number 8. The shadowy world of spymasters. Elizabeth's reign was safeguarded by a sophisticated espionage network led by Sir Francis Walsingham. His agents uncovered plots like the Throckmorton and Ridolfi conspiracies, ensuring the Queen's survival. Walsingham employed tactics such as intercepting letters, employing double agents, and using torture to extract confessions. His methods, while effective, were controversial. Elizabeth publicly maintained plausible deniability, remarking, "Wars are not won with the heart but with the head." The network's success demonstrated Elizabeth's willingness to embrace unconventional strategies to secure her throne, even at the cost of ethical considerations. Number 9. The Painted Queen, Obsession with Image. Elizabeth was acutely aware of the power of image. To mask smallpox scars and project an aura of divinity, she used white lead-based makeup, which likely contributed to her health issues. Portraits of Elizabeth were heavily regulated, depicting her as eternally youthful and majestic. In her later years, courtiers noted her elaborate costumes and wigs, designed to maintain her iconic appearance. Historian Roy Strong observed, "She turned her image into a tool of propaganda, embodying the strength of the Tudor dynasty." Critics, however, derided her vanity, with contemporaries like the Earl of Essex lamenting her reluctance to accept aging. Number 10. The dark side of the Irish campaigns and Elizabeth's death. Elizabeth's reign in Ireland was defined by brutality, particularly during the 9 Years' War, 1594 to 1603. English forces, led by commanders like Robert Devereux, implemented scorched earth policies, destroying crops and villages. The war culminated in devastating famine, with tens of thousands of Irish civilians perishing. Elizabeth dismissed Irish resistance as barbarous, referring to them as wild and rude. Historians have since debated whether her policies amounted to genocide, underscoring the darker aspects of her rule. Elizabeth's final years were marked by declining health, compounded by her makeup's toxic effects and possible depression after losing trusted advisors like William Cecil. She died on March 24, 1603, at Richmond Palace, aged 69. Reports from her attendants suggest she refused to name a successor, muttering, "I shall not see the dawn." Modern historians speculate her death may have resulted from blood poisoning, pneumonia, or cancer, but no definitive cause has been confirmed. Her passing marked the end of the Tudor dynasty and ushered in the Stuart era under James I.